And we're recording. It's been a minute since I have sat in front of the camera and talked with you all, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking about my thoughts on New York Fashion Week, and then I'm going to walk you all through some brands that I really love that are high-end designers that feature pieces that are available for plus size. And then I also want to talk a little bit about a few brands that don't sell plus size or inclusive sizing, however their pieces fit me. So let's get into this video. So this year will be my first year ever attending New York Fashion Week, and after doing copious amounts of research and looking into different shows that were available to go to, and you know, just kind of like learning the lay of the land, the first thing that I want to say first and foremost is that New York Fashion Week is definitely not inclusive. There are very, very few brands that actually sell plus size, and it's also very rare to see them walk the runway. I think I can count on one hand how many brands are going to be at the New York Fashion Week, like the main fashion week, that may or may not have plus size on the runway, though they do sell them online. That being said, I'm so excited to be going, and I can't wait to go to New York and to soak up all of the experience, to be able to see all of the fashion right live and in action. And I really think it's just gonna be such an incredible experience. I am quite nervous though. Like, if you don't do things that make you feel nervous or, you know, a little bit anxious, is it really worth doing? I mean, yes, it is worth doing things that are comfortable and that, you know, you feel good about, but I also think it's so important to push yourself to do things that are more outside of your comfort zone. Going to fashion shows and being around people who are all in predominantly straight sized bodies and potentially getting photographed by street photographers, it's just different. It's a whole entire different vibe. It's something that I've never done before, but I'm super excited to do, and I just feel like there needs to be so much more representation at these types of events, and we need to have more inclusive sizing. We need to have more diversity on these runways, people who are different heights, different sizes, different races and backgrounds, and not just what we typically see, which is this very homogenous, ultra skinny, slim, mainly white women who walk the runways. So I'm excited to experience it like in the flesh for myself. But like I said, I am a little nervous, but I think it's gonna be so fun. So what I want to talk about are a couple of brands that I really love who do sell plus size clothes. They go up to like typically like a 3X, and some even go up to a 4X. And then I want to share some of the pieces that I'm planning on taking with me as well. So the very first brand that I want to talk about is very new to me, and it's called KKCO. Their designs are so on trend and so cool for the season. And I purchased this gorgeous dress from the brand that is this really pretty, almost like utility style black dress, and it actually has like a built-in pocket in the front that looks like kind of reminiscent of a fanny pack. This dress is so elegant and it's so cool, and I love where it hits my legs, and I think it's so incredibly beautiful. And I have purchased some other things from the brand as well. They have a lot of wide range of different offerings available, all that really feel like that more elevated athleisure kind of sporty style wear, but also high fashion at the same time, which for me is like my sweet spot when it comes to fashion. Like, I love this specific style of fashion that feels, you know, like sporty, but also luxe at the same time. So definitely check out KKCO if you are looking for that style of clothing. Up next, one of my personal favorites is Ganny, and Ganny is such a cool brand, very trendy pieces. They have amazing graphic tees, really cool jackets that are ultra structured, and I own quite a few pieces from this brand. I own a utility style jacket that's in this really beautiful forest green color. It has oversized sleeves and it's just very structured and cropped, and I love how it looks on me. And then I also have a couple of graphic tees and graphic sweaters from from the brand as well. Ganny doesn't have their entire line available in plus size, but they do have a selection that you can choose from, and their pieces that they do have are very different than what you would see at like a traditionally plus size store, which is why I love designer fashion in particular, because it's so rare to find pieces like these for plus size people. And I hope there will be more on the market soon because they're so fun and they're so cool to style. And Ganny is one of my most worn brands in my closet right now. Moving on to a relatively new designer to me, and that is Marina Rinaldi, and she has very chic and timeless pieces that are like trousers and oversized pants and things along those lines. But what I really love that she has are these incredibly cool graphic tees. They are so well designed. The fabric and the material is super high quality, and they are so cool to wear and to style. And one of the tees is one of the pieces that I plan on wearing at Fashion Week this upcoming week. I think it's gonna be so cool. So I really, really love the way that she designs clothes. I love that it is inclusive sizing, and the way that their sizing works is their XL, I believe, is like a 2X or a size 20, and then their XXL would be a size 3X or I think a 22 or 24. So the sizing is a little bit different than what you would typically see for plus size, but it is very, very cool. I will say these graphic tees are definitely more expensive. I think they run in the $200 to $300 price range. But again, it's like none other that I have ever seen in terms of graphic tees, even for straight size graphic tees. Like, it's definitely like in a different realm for the quality and the aesthetic, because it's so cool. Next is Mara Hoffman. I love Mara Hoffman because she has a wide range of different pieces that are very vacation vibey. Like, she feels much more like all of her pieces are catered towards like resort wear and like events and things along those lines. She has amazing swimsuits that she makes. I own several swimsuits from her. And then I also have several dresses as well. One of my favorites is called the popcorn style dress, which is one of the most iconic designs that she's created. She's done tons of different styles with this material and this fabric, and it has kind of blown up over the last year or so, especially after Beyonce wore one of her most infamous dresses that literally just went super viral and completely sold out. So I really, really love Mara Hoffman, and I recommend her if you're thinking about going on vacation, if you are really looking for those elegant and statement style pieces. The whole popcorn collection is so fun and so cool. Very, very unique. And I personally love the dress that I own from that popcorn collection. Mara Hoffman is pure gold. And the last brand that I want to mention that sells plus size is a brand called Lebanon, and they are such a cool brand because they're an actual online retailer that sells super high-end designer clothes for plus size people. So things like Veda, they have some Dolce & Gabbana pieces on their website, and a wide variety of different pieces that you can purchase from designers that have expanded into more inclusive sizing. However, they also have a in-store, like in-house brand that is just absolutely amazing as well. And I own several dresses from their in-house collection. I own several of their cardigans. The quality is just so good. I have some jackets from them as well. And I just recently picked up this most gorgeous black and white designed dress that's just so incredibly beautiful and so well made. It's floor length and the design is just perfection. I really, really love Lebanon, and they were one of the first brands that actually kind of exposed me to the whole entire world of designer fashion as it relates to inclusive sizing. And they were one of the first brands that I ever worked with when I first started doing content creation and influencing. And they are a brand that I hold very near and dear to my heart because, you know, they were a big change maker in the world of designer plus size fashion. I did want to also mention that Gucci does also go up to a 2X now. I do own one piece from the Gucci collection that came out in their sportswear line this past spring and summer, but they're not super extensive in the sizing that's available. They have launched a couple of really cool inclusive sizing campaigns and things along those lines, but I do find that it's very hard to actually get your hands on any of the pieces that are available in plus size from Gucci. So love their pieces. I love Gucci in particular. I own, you know, some bags and scarves and things along those lines from Gucci, as well as that piece that I mentioned. But they're very, very hard to come by and to find. So good luck on that front. The other two brands that I want to mention are brands that are not inclusive in terms of the sizing that they offer. However, their pieces do fit me because of the style of the fabric that they use to create their pieces. And first is Allison Olivia, which Allison Olivia has like this more stretchy style material to their fabrics, and they work really well for me personally. And I really, really love how these pieces look on me. They're super vibrant in color, and they're definitely a little bit of a stray from what my typical style is, which is much more neutral, you know, much more sporty and things along those lines. These are definitely more along the lines of like very vibrant, you know, color palettes in terms of what they offer. I also own a dress from Allison Olivia that I bought like, I don't know, when I was in high school. It's such good quality. It's lasted literally, I don't even know how long it's been since I graduated from high school, but it's lasted many, many years and it's still in great condition. So Allison Olivia, I think only goes up to a size large, I wanna say, maybe an extra large, but I think it's only a size large. And I do really like their pieces a lot. And I will say in particular, I think one of the biggest challenges is trying things that you think might fit you and then they don't fit you. And there's just a lot of trial and error when it comes to trying designer fashion, especially as it relates to pieces that are not available in inclusive sizing. And so if you know anything about fabric, you definitely want to look for pieces that have higher stretch to them, that are, you know, titled as oversized and things along those lines, to try and find pieces that will accommodate your body. And the last brand that I want to mention in this video is a brand called Monsie, which is very new to me. I do believe they're going to be on the runway this season for Fashion Week, and I really, really love their 90s aesthetic, which is like ultra like heavily influenced for the collection that I have seen in the brand and what they're doing. And because they're doing like this very ultra 90s style, they have these materials that are much more mesh like material. They stretch a lot, and they do work for my body, and I really, really love them. And the piece that I purchased from them is one that I will again be styling for Fashion Week this season. So I'm super excited. All right, y'all, that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed learning a little bit more about some high-end designers that I love that work for plus size people. I definitely am so excited to be in New York for this upcoming week. I'm so excited to meet amazing people and to get to experience, you know, fashion right on the runway and just have, you know, such an amazing time. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this, and stay tuned for a New York Fashion Week vlog coming very soon. Bye.